Hello, my name is AJ Fox. I use they, them pronouns, and I am the Director of Religious Education here at First UU. And today we are discussing covenant, which means it is the last day of our summer. And the last of these handouts talking about principles and covenants and ways to explore these things. And that starting essentially next week, but really the week after that, we will be fully in the Soul Matters program for 2022-2023. But this is the wrap up to our summer of principles. Today, we are discussing covenant. In our faith formation spaces, we create a covenant at the start of each session or at the start of the first session in the cases of workshops or series. When we do the work of creating a covenant together, I always like to remind the group that a covenant is, well, essentially made to be broken, or at least bent a little. A covenant is us on our very best day, the first day of the workshop series, the first day of the class, agreeing how we would like to behave every day. But of course, we all have rough days, and human relationships have ouches even on our best days when we are all walking in with the best of intentions. A covenant isn't a set of rules, of which overstepping means you are somehow immediately, as the kids say, yeeted out of the group. A covenant is an agreement of how we all hope to behave. And when we step a bit over the chalk lines we have drawn together, we can step back into the circle with conversations and clarity. A covenant is also affirmative consent culture in action. Verbally talking about what a group member expects from the space and how we all hope to both treat people and be treated is about consent. And it's true. It's hard sometimes, but it's value consistent and it makes for a stronger group. On the handout, there's a little comic we briefly saw a minute ago. I included it in the slideshow. I think Luna's going to show it to us. Woohoo! The chat box also has the link to the handout, which includes this cartoon. And the cartoon, y'all, I don't have a copy of the handout because they all got handed out. Babs, can I have your handout? I think the one at the podium's like last week's. Maybe I'm wrong. No, that's last week's. All right, the comic reads this. It's titled Consent Mask Edition in a Time of COVID-19 Variants, and it came from the UUA Congregational Life Staff Group. And in it, there's a person and they say, I'm fully vaccinated and comfortable taking off my mask. How do you feel? Person 2 in the red shirt says, honestly, I'm not comfortable. I'm vaccinated and probably safe, but I don't want to risk long COVID or infecting others at more risk. And the person in the green shirt says, okay, masks on. It's great to see you in person. And somebody, not me, the UUA Life staff folks, even photoshopped a little chalice in the background of the last one. All right. That is our comments on covenant, but we're going to talk again in a minute about more things. But I'm going to turn it back over to our friend.